Onde? Pará, pará, pará. So Alexa, Hello. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being part of the program again. My name is Godswill Amoribe from ZKTeco, West Africa. Still on our masterclass series, as scheduled, today we'll be starting the access control solution and some of the basics you need to know about the access control solutions that we have, the softwares that we make do during software configurations. Also, the list of devices that you probably would require for choosing the right device that's compatible with the right softwares is key, because over time we've seen one or two challenges with our partners on what type of device to use, and which software complements the device. Once again, this is ZKTeco Masterclass. It's a 3-day program which is meant to inform our partners and technical installers on our solutions and their products. So this solution is numerous, and in choosing the type that meets your customers' needs, it's important for you to have at least an brief information of what ZKTeco product is all about, and also to promote some of all our other products that we have. Yes, we've taken the time attendance series, we've taken the CCTV series. Now we are on the access control series. So we'll be bringing to you some information about the access control solution. My colleague, Mr. Hakim Adebanwo, will be taking the class, and I'll be handing over to him. This class is going to hold for 3 days. We have today, tomorrow, and Friday. And we'll try to do justice to the access control system and the solution that I know a lot of us have been itching to have more information about. So stay tuned. Mr. Hakim will continue the class in a short while, and we'll have the class rolling. Thank you for being part of the class. Also, before he comes up, I'd like to inform us that the question and answer button is available for questions. We'll take your questions immediately after the class, and if you have any questions after the today's class, you can use also the raise your hands button, so we will be able to recognize you today for you. So we're starting the class, technical master class. Good morning, everyone. My name is Hakim Adebanwo. Today I'll be taking you on the technical masterclass on access control, which will cover a lot about basics about access control, what access control is all about, and installation process, how to wire and install a standalone access control system, a network access control system using the network control panel, the InBio, one of the InBio series. And lastly, we'll be talking about mega software, which I would like to call ZK biosecurity software. It's a mega software which can actually handle a lot of solutions, which we'll also discuss about. Access control is basically one of the things that the ZK biosecurity software will address. So for the technical masterclass access control solution, we have for my content here, we have about ZKTeco. It's been a while. We did. It's been about four weeks now. We talked about
ZKTeco Masterclass training. So I want to bring us back and let us know what ZKTeco is all about, where we are, what our missions are, and what we represent. We have product category and definition of access control. Installation method, talking about standalone and controllers. We have the software installation, which is the cable security that I mentioned in here. We all know, so most of us here online presently, we all know what ZKTeco is all about, what we stand for, our mission, value, and our partners. So at a glance, ZKTeco is a globally renowned enterprise with biometric verification at its core techniques. One of the major solutions that we have at the moment is the smart identity authentication application, smart entrance control application. Then we have the smart office, which has been categorized at this level. So at each of these categories, we have other solutions embedded in them. One of them is the access control, which falls under the entrance control. Then we have software platforms, various institutions that we have applied them. So government, business, and smart city. So ZKTeco course across globally. So from Argentina to Singapore to Vietnam to Nigeria, South Africa, everywhere around the world, each continent we are represented. So our offices in Philippines and Bangladesh. The headquarters is in Hong Kong. So the development of the trade from what we have developed in recent years, from 98, where the founding of the fingerprint algorithm was established, and its evolution from time. 2003, we talk about face algorithm. 2007, 2010, where we have the Irish algorithm. 2011, where we have the vein. So 2012, also we have 2014, and so on to 2020, where we talk about the visual palm recognition, which is like the latest under our green label devices. Our mission. Don Che, who is the CEO of ZKTeco, talks about to construct a car. Global CEO. I put out this quote here saying to construct car plus person plus object entrance and exit sensing connector and smart application data empowerment services based on hybrid biometric verification techniques. So which that's the mission that we preach globally. If you look around the market today, one of the first to reckon with is the ZKTeco biometric solution. That is a very big one. So going straight to what access control is all about. So what is an access control system? Here, I'll just quickly explain to us what an access control system is all about, which is, I want to talk about physical access control. Yes, there are 2 points of access control. We have logical and we have physical. For today, most of what we'll be talking about is the physical access control, which is the hardware part to the software that manages the hardware. So it's an electronic security system. It's typically identified such as an access card to authorize people to enter certain areas, whereby records and getting information about who logged in or who logged out at what time of that particular area, and get information directly from real-time information from the system where we have the software that is monitoring. The purpose of access control is, yes, is to grant access to building the office or even your room. You can have access control there. We'll talk about the smart lock later. It can also be used in homes. So talking about the purpose, we talk about keys now passing the baton to computer-based electronic access control system that provide quick, convenient access to authorized persons while denying access to unauthorized persons. So today, everywhere we talk about the internet, IoT, Internet of Things, where we have the automation, which means from your phone. Put on your lights, you can put up the lights, you can do a lot. You can even open doors. That's why I said access control now works with home automation in such a way that from your phone, you can do a lot. It's not restricted to offices alone nowadays. It has also gone to use at home. So why do we use an access control system instead of keys? Why? We may lose keys. Keys don't have or don't leave an audit trail. Somebody can take any key and go and use it to open. There will be a record of what time it was opened, what time it was locked. They're also difficult to manage. Sometimes you get to an apartment or a location and you're about to open it and they tell you, sorry sir, the key is not here, it's the manager. I'm trying to read the manager and the manager is yet to be around. Kindly hold on, sit a while, let them come and open. When we have an electronic access control in place, you don't need the manager. The manager doesn't need to hold the key. This can also be controlled from a network point. And can also the access rights can be shared. You can say, okay, you know what, the manager won't be around at this time. This person who is going to be around here, who is the auditor, can actually have access at this time only. Get to that time, we get to the phase where we can actually configure who and who have access, what time, and what type of access do they have. All of other things that basically works with access control solution. So talking about increased control and security, we'll be talking about who have access to where and what time. So for example, have access only want to allow automatic access to employees, whereas like visitors are report to the reception desk, which is a normal basic access level configuration for access control. It's only who are your members that will gain access. Any other person who is not a member of that organization, of that apartment, or of that estate won't have that kind of access. Which door do they have access to? Is it just the reception? Is it just the kitchen, or where? What time they can gain access? Access starts from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Anything outside that, you will not go in, or you will not even leave the office. So under which condition are they allowed access? Okay, is it on the weekend? Because they are contractors, they can only work on the weekends. These are the access level creations that we have identified. I actually work with a lot of other projects. We're also talking about the access control identifiers. The identifiers. The major thing about the access control, the major thing is talk about the card, the access card, or the badge, which is your ID card or something, or a tag, like a ring tag, like an RFID card tag. Another thing again is something you know is like a pin, or password, punching for code for entrance, for access. So this is something that we use over time to authentication in access control solution. And the new part of it is the biometric identifier, which come in various forms. Could be the face, could be the fingerprint. In most cases, people have been using fingerprint, but nowadays, where we have the COVID-19 pandemic, we've come to realize that palm is another form. You don't need to place your palm on the device. Just show your palm to the device. And using the palm algorithm, it authenticates you and grants you access, or authenticates you and verify for another form of access. Probably as opposed to use your palm and your card. That's a double authentication process. Or your face. So based on depending on the kind of device you choose for the solution, then we can have all these identifiers in place. Some is just card, some is just pin. That you want to use your password, just want to punch it in and move. But each identification method has its own pros and cons. So the method you choose depends on the situation. Like I said earlier, you can also combine two identification methods to increase your security standard. For verification, this is called verification. You use the first method to identify yourself and the second to verify that it is you. So I might use my palm or my access card and also use my face. So this is one of the ways we're trying to avoid spreading. It's one of the ways, the new methods that we use now for the anti-pandemic access control solution. Why? One of the things that we need to look at when selecting an access control system. It's important that we look at compatibility with third-party hardware. And that's to be free from lock-ins. So if you're looking at having an access control system, is it compatible with this device? Can I just take away the controller and bring in new controller and it will work? So before you pick any brand make sure that it's compatible with third party. And that's one of the things that ZKTeco has been able to achieve over time. ZKTeco hardware or devices are compatible with a lot of other hardwares. That is one of the leading brands in Paxton. Paxton uses there was this case file or scenario where they used ZKTeco split face FL for access control because of the pandemic. So they've been able to integrate split face with Paxton solution, and it worked well for them. So that's compatibility that we're talking about. And the second one is they support logical security in the sense that logical security has to do with software security or software access control. It's logical. So at this point, and I say this is who should have access, time-based access, rule-based access. This person, before they can get into the server room, the two of them must be present. So leveled access. These are the things that we must look at. Are they in line with local regulation and standards? Can they integrate with surveillance? Which means, can I use my CCTV to get immediate information on one software? Does it support modern modes of communication? And from my phone, can I give access? Can I check who is coming? Can I grant access? Can I open doors from your phone? So these are the things we need to look at when selecting an access control system. Robust. Can I connect multiple locations using just one software? Just one solution. And I will see my office in Lagos, I'll see my office in Abuja, I'll see my office in Port Harcourt, in Ijebu, in Calabar. This all together. Can I see my office another location in Kano? Can I see all of them in one application? I know that I have to go to Kano to manage that again. So now we're talking about robust and reliable network. That's what it means. They support modern wireless or all this Bluetooth, RFID, yes. Multiple types of authentication, which means from my card to a biometric or password, not just tap in, tap out, whereby my card was stolen and somebody is using it. So these are the things to look at when selecting an access control system. How are the data encrypted? Is this safe? What kind of file is being database is used and all these things? It should be easy to use and configure. Yes. As we go into the training about this access control solution, you see why ZK is one of the leading brand or solution provider for access control. They are affordable. So these are the things that we need to look at. Not just having a solution that is compatible or that gives access, multiple authentication access, and it's not affordable. So that will meet our targets here in this part of the world. So we're talking about a solution that supports operation features. Like I mentioned earlier, the zoning, time-based, the anti-passback, the count-based access, and a lot on access control. So I would, at this moment, be talking about the three different forms. Let's just say two. There are major 2 points: the standalone access control and the controller series. That's the network access control. So in such a way that we also have the visible light now that we have, that's the anti-pandemic solution, where we have the speed face, therefore granting access from far away so that you don't need a contact, can reduce the contact with hardware because of the corona that has changed the face of the world. This is just a quick diagram of how this works directly with the installation pattern. So going straight down to standalone terminal, very rich and strong device that ZKTeco has been able to push out is the SCR100. This device it's only one way of identification that we have for this device, which is the card. And beside it is the document of what the device can do, and a host of other things that supports, that it can support. So capacity of the device, ID card, and hardware capacity. This is a network standalone device, which means it has its own Ethernet ports. Connect it, you can do master and slave. Another device that we have is the F18 device, an innovative biometric fingerprint reader for access to application. Everything has multiple verification or multiple authentication for access control solution. The F18 is like the commando standalone, very strong, rugged, and due to the level of multiple verification and authentication, you are rest assured. Fingerprint, can do card, can do passport. You can also integrate with third-party electronic logs. Another device here we have is the F21. The F21 is and actually can support attendance and access control together. This is one of our very first ZKTeco technology. The F21 can also take photo ID, which is often now you can snap people who are using the access control. As you clock, it snaps your picture and it saves it in its memory. This can also be It can also be downloaded and verified at the user's instance. Now we also have the TF1700. This is a very rugged device. It's an outdoor device, which means come rain, come dust, come sun, this will stand. Very strong and rugged device. TF1700 is one of the world's smallest Ethernet connection-based fingerprint terminal. IP65, waterproof, housing, and dust-proof, weatherproof. It's very strong, believe me. There are testimonies that partners are actually giving about it. Below is a kind of algorithm version. Capacity, fingerprint capacity is 3,000. Sometimes it goes to 8,000. It can also be requested for, and that's for 8,000 capacity is special request. Card, 10,000 card logs, 50,000 transaction. That's a lot. Another rugged outdoor device is the ME500. It also have three authentication and verification, supports three, which is fingerprint, the card, and the passcode. So you can use either of the three, you can use combined. So it depends on the mode of verification that you are selecting. The ME500 capacity is up to 3,000 fingerprints, proximity card of 30,000, and transaction of 100,000 logs. 100,000 logs. So all these devices that we have talked about standalone terminal. They also have the ability to connect to the computer directly using the Ethernet port that comes with it. That's the mode of communication to the computer software. So that's a little about. There are more of them. There are a lot of other standalone terminals we have. These ones are network standalone terminals. We have standalone terminals that are not networked, that only work on a standalone basis, which means you cannot generate reports of who's coming in or who went in. You cannot see them, you can't use a software for it, you cannot work standalone and not connected to a software. So next I'm talking about our network controllers. Network controllers, we have this C3 Pro series. The network controller, we have C3 100, C3 200, and we have C3 400. 100 for a door, 200 for two doors, and we have C3 400 for four doors solution. This is what it looks like in the picture. We can works with vegan readers and components for communication. It also has a TCP/IP point for communication. very similar to our InBio Pro series or InBio series. But this is like the low budget part of it, whereby if you cannot get the InBio for a project, you can also get the C3 Pro for a project. Lowest total cost of ownership. We have the InBio here. InBio is an IP-based biometric door access control panel. So this has a lot of function. So a lot of people will attest that the InBio series is the mega network controller for access control installation that we have around in the market today. Then we also have the InBio Pro. It's our new green light product. It's a new concept of access control based on biometric identification, which is aimed to improve the security of users' life and information. For the InBio Pro, what will be the new software that we'll be using is actually works directly with the ZKTeco security or ZKTeco access. The software that works with it. Another form of access control that I'm talking about here is the smart locks. So the smart locks is another form of access control. Come in various forms and sizes, depends on your taste about your lock. Have the ML10B, works perfectly well indoor. You can do it yourself, you can get the video, draw it yourself, or just get your carpenter or your mason guy to fix it up for you. Similar to your ML10B or PL10B, as the case may be, the 10B means Bluetooth. So it depends on the mode of communication. That's why we have the Bluetooth communication and the fingerprint technology that was used in building it, or the mobile phone to control it. Like I said, the IoT now that works directly with automation, home automation. These are the level of integration that we achieved. Then the next device I'll be talking about here is the L7000 fingerprint lock. This device is actually a multi-authentication device, which means you can use fingerprint or password for entry. Very rugged and tough device, multiple authentication, you can use fingerprint and password. Depends on what you want to achieve. That device here is the TL100. TL100. We also have the FL1000. This is one that has the face password and card. This also uses card, similar to the TL. We also use card for authentication. Talking about the entrance control next. Entrance control, where we're talking about the drop arm tripod, lap barrier, the swing barrier, and the full light turnstile. These are used in to control traffic in high zone area where people move in and go out all the time, like a train station, government parastatals, stadiums. You can use this. Airports, use it. This is drop out support, turnstile, material, turnstile brand. We also have the pro entrance support, flap barrier, flaps based on your requirement. We have the swing barrier. Swing barrier comes in different forms, depends on the requirement, project, the location, where it's going to be used. We talk about the full height turnstile. Double height, have double, single, depends on the project, depends on what is to be used for. So that's on the device categorization and the access control. The access control definition and basics. What we're talking about in the upcoming class is the installation windows for standalone and for network control. So at the moment, I would like to take questions, observation, or case study so that we can really understand what this masterclass training is all about. I don't want to lump everything together with the mode of installation and what device can do what. What I've mentioned today is the device category and what they can do. So based on experience or requirements or things that you have gotten about, for solution, let's have these questions come in so that treat them before we go to installation with them.
Hello, good morning all. Okay, yes, we've come to the first phase of the class, and okay, I've started seeing questions coming in, and it's important these questions come so that we can quickly attend to them as fast as possible. All right, I have a question from Mr. Samuel Olaoye. He's asking, the SCR 100 is said to be a standalone. Can I use this in a large installation? Let's say I have 100 doors and I want all the doors to be standalone and all doors connected via LAN and managed by a central software. Okay, for some standalone devices, you must also know that the software that you are using, either ZK Access 3.5 or ZK IVS or ZK Biosecurity version 3, all by default have the number of doors that you can add to it. So you must know the type of software to use and check the specifications of the access control device that it can accommodate as standalone. I know ZK 3.5 can take about 50 doors, some 50 devices. So for ZK Biosecurity, since it's a licensed application, you must check or make a request of the number of doors that you want before you choose the software to use. So it's important. Yes, SCR 100 is a standalone device, but you may not be able to use 100 doors for SCR 100. However, you can make a request for it. ZKTeco is an OEM. Yes, if you make your request, this can be provided for you at a cost. So except if the software, there's a limitation to the software and a better software can be, recommended for you. So for SCR, yes, I would recommend that. Yes, it's a standalone device, but it may not be able to do 100 doors. However, there are other softwares that can manage the 100 doors. Instead of having a standalone, that is the reason why we have the controller that will manage the number of devices used for standalone connection. So for InBio 460, InBio 460 can manage 4 doors if you have the reader in, exit button out. So you can have 4 doors running. But for InBio 460, if you do reader in, reader out, you'll be reducing it to a 2-door. Okay, so in this case, where you have 100 doors, I will recommend that you limit it to using a controller that would, aggregate all from one point, and you have the software being able to manage a lot of doors using limited devices. All right, Mr. David Adeni, okay, he's asking that the introduction was about ZKTeco access control products rather than Masterclass. Yes, we know that the class would have partners or installers that are already aware of the solution, and you want the higher class Hello. So this is a starting point, and it's important we must start from the basics because of the participants that are already in the class. So that is why we are starting with the basics first. We will graduate into the master class because we don't want to leave any of our partner out of the training, and we'll get them lost in the middle of the class. You know, you teach the higher part of the system of the solution, and you left them out. So we want to carry everybody along, start from the scratch, and move up. This class is still going to hold for another 2 days, so we will take it to another level. So Mr. David, yes, it's a master class, but we need to take it from the basics, then we'll move gradually. Yes, if the class actually will not end today or on Friday as the schedule, but the information as they are coming in is what is important. So gradually we'll be taking the class the way it should go. Okay, the question from Mr. Yusuf, I think has been answered. We've spoken. He said, what other physical access control accessories do ZKTeco have alongside the readers? Yes, we have the magnetic locks. We have the brackets, CLPZ brackets, and other accessories that the exit buttons, no touch, push button, and any other accessories for access control that you can think of. So, yes, the class is starting, so we needed to start from the scratch. A lot of our expectations are actually high about the topic. So I want to believe that this would, improve from tomorrow, because the importance of the class is carrying everybody along and making sure everybody understands from the basics to the advanced class. Okay, Mr. Ibrahim, I don't know if you are online. Mr. Ibrahim Jibril, if you are online, I want you to raise your hand because your question is not clear, so we can take the clear question directly from you. Okay, somebody is asking, Mr. Yusuf is asking, what is the difference between the standalone access control and the network access control? Yes, I think you mean to say use a standalone or the controller, network controller access based system. Yes, the difference between a standalone and a controller is that if you have to manage a door, just one single door, but you don't want to use a controller, there are devices that have functionality of being that have functionality of a controller, just a basic function for just one door. So that such a device is actually called a standalone device. But if you have multiple doors and you want to manage the multiple doors from one point, such that the power and the power to the devices, the connections to the exit buttons, the connections to the locks, all from one point, and you manage every devices from one point, that's from the access controller, then you require the access controller access control system. So the difference between the two is that multiple devices that you want to, multiple doors, in terms of multiple doors, differentiates it. Also, you look at in terms of cost. For some doors, if you have two doors, and if the total cost is depending on the total cost, you need to know what type of device to use. And so it's very important that in knowing the type of device to use, the cost comes also into play. So you must know exactly what to use to save some cost as well. So it's important as well. So. Yes, like you said, we are going gradually. We have the InBio Pro. The InBio Pro is a higher version for the InBio controller. So now there is an application you can use that can manage a multi-location access control, which is the ZK Biosecurity software. So if you have the ZK Biosecurity software, you can use that to manage the controller. So, and such a controller that can do that is the ZK Biosecurity. I mean, the InBio Pro controller. However, there is another type of controller which we will also be looking at. You know, we will introduce that controller. The controller is called Atlas series. So at your own, you can go ahead of us and check out this access control controller. It's called the Atlas series. So it can be used for multi-location. We will also get there to that. So we just want to quickly brush. Yes, some of these questions can be answered, and then you have the solutions available. Okay, Mr. Samuel is asking that in the class, yes, we didn't introduce the tonsile system that can be used for people on wheelchairs. We can't have all the solutions online. So, but if you require any, okay, you have this one displayed now. That's the swing barrier, is used for wheelchair. So I think this model was installed at the Nigeria Stock Exchange for people who are, you know, on wheelchair. So it's available. Yes, we do technical training, but the challenge right now is because of the COVID situation, we're limiting the number of people that can, you know, come to the premise for the training. So it's important that we must comply with the rules, and also once the situation, you know, becomes better, we'll start having these classes on premise. So it's important. Like this class is actually meant for on-premise training, but because we know that our partners you know, they have high expectations about what these solutions can do and how to channel this information quickly to you. That's why we are having it online. But the main purpose for this master class is that you must have an on-site training and also hands-on training of this solution. So we are praying that this would work out as soon as possible, and we'll start having the on-site technical training. All right, somebody, Mr. Sunday, is asking how many FR200 can be connected to InBio 2cc and 4cc. For InBio 2cc, you can connect 4 FR1200. Now, it depends on how many doors you also want to use. It depends on how many doors you want to connect. Hello? 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 Alright, so sorry about the the question was specifically asked if you can use devices and to InBio 260 and 460.
depends on the model of the organization that you want. Are you doing either in the house or are you doing either in the house? So if you are doing that in the house, you can collect 4 in bio, 4 in bio, 4,500 on in bio 260. And you can have 8 500 on in bio 460. As either in the house, either in the house, either in the house. So the mode of authentication really matters. Mode of authentication really matters. Are you doing either in the house or are you doing hello? Hello? Alright, so by default, in bio 460, you take 8 FR 1200 and in bio 260, you take 4 FR 1200. Mr. Moses Simon is asking, where can you get all these devices? Yes, our office is at 64. I don't know here in July. You can check us out on Google, ZKTeco that you're using from, and you can get our contacts. And also, we'll be sharing with us. Hello. Hello. All right. Okay, so sorry about the audio technical issue. We'll try to see how we can resolve it on time so we can attend to. All right. So going back to the last question, I answered. I said in bio 260 can accommodate 4 FR 1200, while in bio 460 can accommodate 8 FR 1200. Mode of connection is ROS 485 on a loop. However, you can use the deep switch at the back of the FR 1200 to set the in and out on the different doors. So that's how you use that. So Mr. Moses Simon is asking where you can get these devices. Yes, those devices are available at our office, 64 Ademola Adetokunbo in VI. And also we'll be sharing our contacts. Our website is ZKTeco-wa.com. You can check us out and get across to us. We'll also be giving us the sales team. If you need to get the prices of these items as well, you can reach them and get information as quick as possible. Mr. Joshua Ashikem is asking, said he's new to the technology and he wants to gain mastery in it as quick as possible. Okay, access controls can be done. The technology has improved. You can do it on a frameless glass. The type of accessories you get is different from when you are mounting the devices on the wooden door, aluminum door, or a metal door. So as long as you keep in touch with us, you can also reach us and ask questions even before you have the need. So these information can be shared with you. So we'll put up on the chat platform. We'll put up our contacts and social media platforms, so and sales email address, so that you can all reach us on these platforms, getting your questions and requests answered. Right? I have another question. Okay, let me take one question. Mr. Ibrahim. Mr. Ibrahim. Hello, Mr. Ibrahim. Good morning, sir.
Hello.
Mr. Ibrahim, good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you today, Mr. Hakim?
Fine, sir.
So I think my question was, I was trying to get more clarification about the in-biosecurity, ZKTeco in-biosecurity software. And I think you just cleared or gave me more information that I needed. I wanted to know if you support a multi-location. For example, if I have more than one office in different locations around Nigeria, and I want to implement access control for that. So I was thinking, do you get me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I was thinking, for example, if I use something like the network control panel we're talking, that can only, there are some that can only take maximum of 4 doors. But in this case, I have more than 4 doors, and it's in a different location apart from the head office. That was why I was giving the example, like if my head office is in Kano, I have branch in Lagos, I have branch in maybe in Port Harcourt again, and I want each of this branch are more than 4 doors, and I want to implement access control. Hello?
Hello.
Did you get me?
Yes, sir.
So what type of, the right software for me and the right device in terms of the network control panel, or is it possible to use a standalone and configure it to be able to be managed from a single location?
Okay. I said some few minutes ago that in BioPro, there's a difference between in BioPro and in BioController. Now, the difference is the software that you use to manage it. Because in BioPro is the latest controllers now that was launched because of this issue of multi-location.
Okay, which one, sir?
The in BioPro.
Okay.
Now, if you are going to use in BioPro, you will require the ZK biosecurity software with your license.
Okay, with the license?
Yes, it's a license-based application.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll also be talking, because we know that most of us are used to access control on premise or just access control within a location. But we want to expand the knowledge beyond the present scope now about how to do a multi-location access control, and you can manage it from one point. So as the class progresses, we would let that information. But
that would be great. And for example, how long is your security? Is it a lifetime as the license? Is it a lifetime or is it subscription based?
it depends on the module you want.
Okay.
Because it's a module based, and some are 3 years, some are 5 years.
Okay. All right. I'll contact you for more detail later.
We'll push up our contact in case you want to, after the class, you want to find out more information.
All right, that's fine.
So,
Hello. 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 Can you hear me?
I can hear you. We can hear you.
Gosh, I hardly hear what you're saying. Oh.
Hello. Hello. All right. Sorry about before. I don't know. Internet is kind of. So we'll see how we can work better around this tomorrow, so that we won't have this same issue. So we're apologizing for the poor network, and hope we'll improve on this and work on it for tomorrow. So Mr. Akinyele, so we are sorry the network is poor. We will make sure this is worked on before tomorrow. And the presentation slide which actually be shared with us. Okay, someone is asking a question about InBio 260. All right, you need a software that can manage InBio 260. We will send you a support email. You will see the support email on our chat. On the slide now. Okay. So we'll send it. We'll send it so you can send your.
will get across to you. We'll get across. All right. For Mr. Aluko, video on that. And yes, we are working on that, and we will publish that. Thinking of some not playing video. So we'll get that video across. So, I don't know if you have some other questions before we go today. Tomorrow's class will be a bit uh, advanced, because some other important information will be shared as well. But before we leave, if there are no questions, we also want us to check the chat section. At ZKTeco.com. Yeah. At ZKTeco.com. Also follow us on our social media platforms. We have online at ZKTeco. There are informations that are shared on our platform. Requires about the cost of its items, but also those on sales as stipulated also as sales team and any avenue was all of our assistance quick responses from our customers. Mr. Hakim to round up the class and what the class will be tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll be talking about installation method for access control solution, standalone installation, and controller installation. Talking about how to work standalone, about the master slave installation procedure. Tomorrow promises to be a fantastic one. I'm sure you will be eager to learn a lot training tomorrow. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Or participating in tomorrow again.
Please, you can have someone speak. Thank you. Have a nice day.